Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is the first recording of a series of recordings about introducing the subject of morphology to the students of S5. In this first recording, I will speak about three main points. I will give the course objectives. Second, I will try to define the concept of morphology. In the third point, I will try to speak about the reasons why we teach a subject of morphology to the students of linguistics in the Department of English Studies. So concerning the first point, the course objectives, as you can see, there are four main objectives. In the first one, I will try to initiate the students into basic morphological and morphosyntactic concepts. This initiation is very necessary for every student who would like to major in linguistics. The second point, or the second objective, is about providing the students with methods and tools of reflection to deal with certain morphological issues. In the third objective, we will try to make students aware of some morphological specificities of local languages. I mainly focus on Arabic and Berber. In the fourth objective, we will speak about how to do morphological analysis, especially when you have a language you don't know, how to segment words in that language, and how to find out the characteristics of the different units of words in a given language. So concerning the definition of morphology, there are you can find various definitions in literature. We start by these plain and simple definitions. So morphology is defined as a branch of modern linguistics. That is to say, it undertakes its research following the norms of linguistics as a scientific study of language. It is of utmost importance, if you want to define morphology, to say that it is part of modern linguistics, because you can find morphology in biology, you can find it in geology, you can find it in geography when we speak about the morphology of the earth, and so on. In biology, when we speak about the morphology of the human body, and so on. So it's necessary to locate morphology as a subject which belongs to modern linguistics. In a second definition, we define morphology with respect to its components. So it's a word which is composed of two elements, two units, morph and logy. Morph means form, logy means study. So morphology is the study of the form, any kind of form. Here, since we say morphology belongs to modern linguistics, so we speak about the morphology of words, so the form of words. In the third definition, which is due to Matthius, who says that, or defines morphology as the branch of grammar that deals with the internal structure of words. So morphology, very simply, is about studying word structure. Word structure basically consists of two units, roots and affixes. I speak here about Latin languages like English, French, Spanish, Italian, and so on, because word structure in Semitic languages, for example, is a little bit different. So first of all, what's a word? A word, by convention, is defined as a unit which is orthographically free. It is an item that may be uttered in isolation with semantic or pragmatic content in a language. It is not easy, by the way, to define the term word. That's why we say by convention. The word is defined by convention as an orthographically independent unit which has a complete meaning. What is structure? The structure is the manner of constructing something. It is the way different units are arranged together to give a form. So word structure refers to the way a number of elements which are put together so as to give a certain form and shape. Therefore, the structure of a word is the way word units are organized and arranged together to convey a certain meaning. Basically, the structure of words consists of roots and affixes. Okay, before going into more details speaking about the structure of words and the meaning of roots and the meaning of affixes, I would like here at this point to speak about the reasons why we have this introductory course in morphology. What are the benefits that would a student gain by following a course of morphology? So the first benefit of having a course of morphology is to develop the awareness of the student vis-a-vis word structures. And if you develop your awareness of word structure, you will be able to learn easily more words. You can even coin and invent new words by yourself, because you can associate certain prefixes or suffixes to some words, and by that technique you create new words. That's what we call derivation, and we will see that in more details later on. Also, when you know or when you are aware of word structure, you will be able to teach vocabulary to your students when you become future teachers, inshallah. The second benefit we gain from a course of morphology is the development of your cross-disciplinary knowledge. Whether you will specialize in linguistics or morphology or not, you need to have some basics of morphology, because you will encounter in the future words which belong to morphology, whether you read in literature or in linguistics or any other subject. You are more likely to encounter words such as affix, bound morpheme, allomorph, root, stem, and so on. So, as a student, of linguistics, you should know the meaning of these words. The third benefit you gain by having a course of morphology, it has to do with your future academic skills and knowledge. For those of you who plan to become future linguists, it is of utmost importance to be initiated to all subjects of theoretical linguistics, including morphology. Any researcher who would like to conduct studies in language structure needs to get acquainted with key concepts in morphology, key concepts in syntax, key concepts in phonology, in semantics, in pragmatics, and so on. You should also know how to do morphological analysis. You should also know the main figures which have contributed to developing the subject of morphology. Thank you very much. I will stop here until the next recording.